everybody, hey, what's up? I'm going to do another review and install video for you guys. Now this one I am super pumped about. I've been wanting these since I bought my car last year. Had a lot of health problems going on. So now I finally got them. I bought these from a company called Evil Bee Designs. I talked to him, bounced off ideas off him. Super easy to work with. Super nice guy. Talked to him for probably about a couple weeks, found out exactly what I wanted. You can do patterns that they have currently available on the website, and then you can do custom pattern. So I want to do a custom pattern. I believe with the custom pattern, I went with the Flow series. They have a solid color series where you can switch just between the colors. The ones I have, I bought the Flow series with that are RGBWs. And they have also too to where you can have the switch back on it too, to where you could have, say if you have a red color going and running and then you put your turn signal on, it automatically switches it to yellow or amber. But I'm not going to run that part of it. I'm just going to run the Flow series, because there's so many different types of patterns and color choices and everything with the Flow series. And it is a little bit more money, but I figure these are going to be probably the only set I'll ever buy, just because they last a long time and they're extremely well made. And you can buy the actual, just the lenses itself from him. I believe they're $50, and they just swap right out. And so in case you wanted to run these and then you're like, oh, I have to buy another $300 some set. No, you buy the tubes. Like I said, they're all custom made tubes that you can get. And I believe he has some ones that are currently usually always in stock. But the best person to talk to him is him. I'll leave all his information in the description of the video and everything. But I was super pumped to get it. I literally almost knocked the mailman over when I heard my Ring doorbell go off to say they're here. So without further ado, we'll go and unbox it. Here's the one tube there. It is packaged very well. There was no dings or scratches or anything on the box. It does come with the antifuse and the crimp connectors. Everything's packaged up very nice. Instructions and everything. This is, I probably believe, the Bluetooth controller. Yep, the magic controller. There is the other tube here. There is the power supply controller to there. Some more wiring. And this is actually very nice, because a lot of times you'll see some of these that they're plastic. And this is actually, it's finned aluminum. It's very nice. It's extremely well made. And has all the connections and stuff and everything here. That goes there. More instructions, which is good. Look at these real quick. Like I said, Evil Bee Designs has all the instructions. They're actually colored instructions. A lot of times you don't get anything even remotely close to that. So that is very awesome. And I ordered 2 decals. This one came with go and order in the set, which is awesome, which I already know exactly where I'm putting this. And I ordered 2 more in my color. He does have Mopar colors. This is Go Mango Orange. I know for a fact he has tons of colors. I do have if you've guys seen any other videos I have the American flag in satin black on the side of my car. Because when I bought my car, maybe about a month or 2 later, they start offering the Stars and Stripes edition, which I really wish that they'd had it then, because I definitely would have bought it. So I kind of made my own Stars and Stripes edition, which I do 110% support the military. I work for a paramilitary organization, and I'm law enforcement. So anytime you can support law enforcement, the military, all the men and women that are in service type of job, firefighters, EMT, paramedics, dispatch, like I said, no matter what, go and support those people, because 9 times out of 10 they get nowhere near the credit that they deserve. So those are the sweet decals I have too. And without further ado, I did get these ones, and I got them, like I said, custom made. And here is what they look like. This is how I should be facing the front of the car. So if you've seen some of the other videos I do have the Evil M. Just a regular Mopar M is nice. I didn't want to put like demon ones or Hellcat ones on my car because it's not a demon or a Hellcat. I wanted something different. This is actually an old school logo that Dodge used to use back in the day. I do like the sunburst because it looks like it's coming right at you, and since they're in the headlights and in the front of the car, they actually look really, really good. But everything is very nice. It's super nicely etched. Everything is extremely nice. I know the camera is not the greatest, but I mean, I'm telling you, it looks amazing. Like I said, everything is very well sealed. It has the very nice sheathing on the actual wiring, so everything is going to stay very nice for a very long time in case if you would bump it, nick it, or anything else like that. And then the other one is exactly the same. So we'll look at this controller real quick. See what all it tells in here. I believe this is the actual Bluetooth part of the actual kit. If I'm wrong, someone can go and let me know, but it'll hook directly into there. And they have everything marked just in case if one of the wires would come loose or anything crazy like that. But, you know, see, no plug-in. So it pretty much makes it foolproof as long as you can read and understand basic directions. There's that stuff there. Like I said, this is extremely well made. I was very surprised because he does extremely good job taking pictures of everything and everything else, but you really don't grasp how nice a kit is until you can actually go and look at it. This is all aluminum. This is all aluminum, and it's all so then it's actually thin, so it actually cool down a lot faster. A lot of places don't even give you the good connectors like these are for like the splice connectors. There's a lot of places that really cheap out on every aspect that you can get, but not with this. I mean, there's times where I've seen stuff in just thrown in the bottom of a box when I've ordered stuff from different places. But this is a very, very well-made kit. Everything is made extremely well. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use the turn signal part of it just because it's a brand new 2018 car. I'd rather just leave these standalone by themselves. The ring that lights up during the turn signal looks awesome anyway, and I really don't need that. But it is an option. Like I said, I did get the Flow series. But as you can tell, like everything is an extremely well-made kit. Like I said, we'll go and get started with the installation process and everything. I will not show the part of the video on how you do the headlight, but this is how you go and wire up the turn signal. It's also marked left turn signal, right turn signal. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this up like this for a couple seconds in case someone wants to get a screenshot or pause the video and take a screenshot. I'm not going to go ahead and run it because I'm not going to go and use it, like I said. But everything else, I'll show you how to do the install and everything. It's a very simple install. It's everything that I've seen. It's a very simple install. So we will get started on that, and I will, like I said, in the video description, I will link all the stuff to Evil B Designs. He does badges, he does decals, he does car graphics. There's the headlight intake tubes. There's tons of different stuff, and anytime you can offer a wide variety of stuff and stuff like this, I mean, you're just not any type of run-of-the-mill place. You know, it's you're in my eyes, you're an artist. So we'll go out to the car, look at everything, tell you exactly how to put everything in, and then we'll take a look at it when it's all said and done and everything. And luckily, the process isn't too long, so I'll be able to show you guys when it gets done then, and then at nighttime it'll really go and shine. So we'll go out to the car right now. Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to do the install part now of the headlight lighted LED tubes from Evil B Designs. Try to not be out here very long. It's not a bad install to do. It's just trying to run the wires to make sure everything's nice and neat is what I'm going to do. It's extremely cold right now in Pennsylvania. It's probably about, with the wind chill and everything, about 29 degrees, something like that. So I already took those guards off. I already have the car warmed up for a little bit, just so it's not gonna be super ice cold underneath here. And as you can tell, I already have some other lighting ran and hidden and everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out just this part of the air box. You just have to use an 8mm here, an 8mm here, and this whole entire box should lift up and hopefully out of there. The only thing that worries me is I do have the Hellcat intake right here with the AFE power tube. I may have to take the top part out, then the bottom part, but everything here is 8mm. So it won't be that big of a deal to go and take it out. But I'm not gonna take this part of the tube off, just this, and then see how this fits with that. Some people said that you had to trim it. Some people said that it fit perfect. So we shall see. And then the wiring's pretty simple. It has an inline fuse that's already married with a fuse that's already in there. So we just have to hook up the power and ground. Like I said in the other video, I'm not using the switchback feature at this time, so I'm just going to go and bundle those wires up and just keep them in one bundle away from everything else. And it should be a pretty simple install, and we'll go step by step. But for the first step, like I said, is to take off your upper splash guards, and we're going to take off the top and bottom of the air box. All right, as you guys can see, I took my cover off of my coolant reservoir. I had the top air box just leaning over here with the hose still connected. The whole entire lower and upper air box is disconnected, so you can have more than enough access to all of this. This is going to stay exactly where it is. What we're going to do is we're going to go according to the directions. They want you to dry fit it first to make sure you have all the stuff lined up correctly, and then you want to go and push them into place. I did not notice if there was any type of adhesive or anything on there. It appears that there's not. So it appears that it's just a dry, almost like a friction fit. So what we'll do is we'll go and take one of these out and show you exactly what they look like. That's what they look like right there. I went with the Sunburst with the Mopar Evil M. You can see on the back side there. And he does sell replacement tubes in case for whatever reason you wanted to change out your look. I believe they're $50, and I don't know if that's, I believe that's without customization. Some of the ones that he has really available in stock, and then if you want a custom one, it's probably only a few dollars more. But if you haven't already done so, I have the Merrick Motorsports rings. If you don't have them, definitely go pick up a set. Tons of different colors, bulletproof, powder coat. He does have some anodized left, but you have to check the El Cheapo bin in case there's any clearance ones. But I have the ones in anodized orange. I do have them waxed and protected and everything, just because they are anodized, but they are also clear too. So they're just not pure anodized. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go and pop these out and show you what they look like whenever you go and you dry fit them. So basically all you have to do, if you do have these, you just go ahead and just pull from all different angles, and they'll eventually just work our way out. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is, there is some gunk and debris right there. I'm gonna go and clean that off just to make sure that there's no dirt and nasty stuff that's gonna get in between this and that. So if you don't have the American Motorsports rings and you still have the plastic protection piece that's in there, every 2015 to the current model Challengers, doesn't matter if you have a GT, SXT, Hellcat, whatever, every single one of them have these removable gloss black plugs that go in here. There's 3 little pins. You just push on them and it pops right out the front, both sides. They are the high beams for here, and I've ran them since I've had the car since 2016, 2017, I want to say. October last year, 2018. And I've never had any problem with debris or anything going in there or anything else. So we'll go and dry fit these in really quick to get everything lined up after I go and I clean them up. So I'm gonna go and clean them up real quick, and then we'll do a dry fit and show you what they look like. Okay, as you can tell, they're aligned. It's gonna be really hard to tell. You just want to make sure, if you have a pattern like this and you just want to make sure it's perfectly lined up, there's no issues with it, and you just slightly and gently push in, you know, kind of like this from all angles, and it'll slowly push in and it'll actually seat itself. And as you can see, you do have a lighted tunnel going all the way in. Okay, and it literally only sits back further than that. That's what it looks like. So you are good to go with that. It seats about that far. I would probably say that's a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch, but it looks about 1/4 of an inch. And that's what it looks like on this side right there. I do have other wiring tucked away here, but that's about what it looks like. And that's what it looks like for that part of the install. Now I'm gonna take care of the wiring part. We'll go and wire everything up, make sure everything works, and then we'll tackle that part to see if it fits. So we're gonna take care of the wiring part. I'll show you everything that's included with the wiring kit here in a second. Okay, these are the pieces you'll have. You'll have the Bluetooth Magic controller. You will have this controller that works for the switchbacks if you so desire to go and do that. I'm gonna hook up everything except for these wires, just so that there's gonna be no issues. In case I do want to run in the future, I don't have to take anything else really deep in apart or anything to go and taken care of. And then you have the DC to DC converter here. And then this will be the controller also for the switchbacks and for the lighting, along with this controller here. So everything has some sort of way of mounting it. This has closed tabs, that has closed tabs. This one does not have a closed tab, but it is very good to go and try to get this around something like that. So I'm just going to go and just zip tie this part around here with a couple really good zip ties, like the heat and UV resistant ones. You could put 2 things through there. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to put 2 things through there. I do have 3M double-sided tape, also the extreme double-sided tape, in case I wanted to do it that way. But I think I should be okay if I just hide it up in here somewhere, because all the water and stuff will hit here. This is more enclosed here, and like I said, this is more enclosed here. I've had this wiring on for months. I've never had any trouble with it. So we'll go and run some of the wires, show you exactly how everything plugs in, and then we'll test them and see if they work. Okay, I have one ran from here, and they're all nice and loose. I zip tie them to the cross member. Make sure they're not around any type of thing's going to be moving, getting hot, or any other type of electrical device that would directly go and touch it. Here's what the one end looks like, and the other end. Focus is focus. And I have a rant about this area right here. That's a passenger side headlight. This area right here, there's a big open gap right underneath here. I'm gonna probably put the controllers and stuff right there, and it'll be hid by that shroud. So all the connections are waterproof type connections. So we're gonna store as much stuff as we can right here, away from the radiator, away from the heat of the radiator over here. So whenever stuff does come in, it'll come in here through the grill and it won't directly affect this. You'll still get the cooling of being close to the front of the car while it's moving, but you won't have to worry about anything touching the actual radiator or getting exposed to a ton of heat from the radiator. I've been running this setup without the LED tubes for, like I said, since October of 18. Really no issues with them at all. I'd never had any problems at all. I had one problem when I first got it, but that was because one of the actual Bluetooth controller was bad. Once I got a brand new one, it was totally fixed. So I haven't had any problem with these at all. These two right here, I'm actually going to fish this one down under here so I can go and I can make the connection with no problem. Those actually plug in to, I believe, right here. Those will plug into right here. Then this plug here on this black control box, the 80mm box, will actually plug into the DC-DC converter right here. And then this will actually plug in to the Bluetooth controller. Then you have two iHook eyelet style for the post power there, and the body ground, which is right there. So I'm gonna go and hook these up, show you what they look like before I go and tuck everything away, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, I have everything ran. As you can see, this is the cable that you'll be looking for here. I have it ran along all the cross members, have a zip tied, ton of zip ties just because I don't want anything to be moved. I have everything tucked up and away in here, away from the radiator and any type of fans or moving device, anything that would be moving. I do have it tied in right there to the ground that's on the right. I have two other ones going to the ground on the left for two different types of lights, so I don't want to put everything on one. So I put that one there, run it straight to the battery here. The battery, I'm sorry, not the battery, it would be the post connection for the fuse box. So I just have it there, and I cut a little notch in here, so whenever you go and you shut it, it goes and it clicks. And you can tell right there it's not messing with it. And I'm just going to tidy up a little bit more. I have the one controller mounted here and it's not going anywhere. And this will actually dissipate heat better because it's finned and it's aluminum. So I have it facing away from here so it's not picking up any type of heat directly from here. And with everything else going and moving and everything else, I really don't see it pushing a ton of heat to right here, since this is all aluminum and it's all finned. So we're gonna go and button up a little bit more of that wiring and go ahead and test them out once we get the air intake tube back in. And that's the next thing I'm going to do, is go do the air intake tube, make sure it fits, see if I have to do any cuts or anything, and then we'll go from there. So I'll show you guys if I have to make any cuts or not, and where I had to, and then we'll go button everything up and we'll try out the lights. Okay, good news everybody, I did not have to trim. I was just very careful to make sure that there was no issues with the wire. The wire still has plenty, hopefully you can see, a lot of wiggle room. It's not directly on there, see? And then this will mount to here, so then it's really not going to wiggle around or try to move or anything. So I did not have to cut at all whatsoever on my AFE Power one. And that is the one with the Hellcat headlight intake. So that part is good. We're going to go and just button this up in reverse order, put all the 8mm bolts back in on the top, put the filter back in and everything else, put all the pieces back on together, and then we'll give her a shot and see, make sure everything works, and go through some of the cycles and everything on the app and everything, and get you a really good idea what it looks like once everything gets dark and everything else. So I'm gonna go button this up and then I'll show you guys what's going on. All right, everybody, there we go. That's what they look like fully installed. I just have it on the auto feature right now. It's just going to go and cycle through all the different colors so you guys can see exactly how it looks. You can do all solid colors. You can do white. There's about 5 different modes that I found so far with the different types of the fade and the different flow and everything. All the colors do work. Everything was working perfectly fine, no issues. Like I said, I do like how it looks. It just adds a little bit extra to it. These from Evil B are excellent. Go over to his website and go and take a look at them. Like I said, you can get just the solid color series, or you can get the flow series. These are the flow series. With shipping and everything, this was a custom design with the Mopar Evil M. So I think mine, with shipping, I want to say it was about $280. That's still significantly cheaper, and you get it custom than some other sites. I'm not going to go and run down any other sites, but the other two that come to mind, they're very good. They're very reputable also. But I talked to him from the get-go, and I just wanted to go and go with something like this. I really like the Flow series with the different colors and totally different options and stuff. Like I said, I do not have the switchbacks hooked up. I did not want to tap into my stock wiring harness for my headlights, even though it's very, very easy. He gives you every single thing you possibly need, obviously except for the wrenches and stuff to do it. You know, he gives you the wire taps, everything. So it's very, very easy. If I do go and decide to do that later, I can. I just have the wires tucked away, so it is also an option. So I would have to say total install time, I would probably say I've been under about an hour and a half, but that's with filming and everything else. If you're able to take everything off and not have to move wiring around like how I had to, just because I had other stuff installed, I would say it probably would take you probably about an hour. And that's if you go, you know, slow and you don't make any mistakes and stuff like that. An hour, maybe an hour and a half. It's really not bad. If you just do what I did and you don't have to do the switchbacks, there's literally just plug and play wiring. You don't have to take off 2 little bolts for the power and the ground, and everything else just fits together, no issues. And like I said, you have to take out, you know, the 8mm bolts for the headlight too. That's it. Like I said, it does work. No grinding or cutting or anything on mine. You may have a different setup, but that's what it looks like on mine. No cutting, no grinding, no modification, no nothing. So we're all good on that. So like I said, I'll put links to everything in the video description. Please take a look at that. And we're gonna end the video with some night shots and stuff, because right now it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you can see it, but it's gonna look a million times better at night. So thank you for watching. If you want to, please like and subscribe. Share the video if you want, if you know anybody else. I did not see a lot of people going and doing the install for this particular kit. I've seen some that say how to do the ones that go inside the headlights. I searched last night to see if anybody that did one just like mine, and I haven't found it. So not saying that there's not one, but as far as I know right now, I'm the only one that really did a DIY for this specific kit. If you do like it, like I said, go over and hit up Evil B Designs. There's all kind of other stuff, vehicle graphics, different type of scat pack stuff. He just has a whole wide variety of stuff for there. Go in and go over there. And the last thing I got to do is put a decal on that came with the kit. We'll go and do that. Show you guys that real quick. Alright, that's the way it looks, guys. You can tell the Evil B decals up there. Flow series there. Looks absolutely awesome. Could not be more happy with it. So like I said, all the links will be in the description. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to go and comment, and I will go and answer them as quick as I can. If I don't know the answer, I will go and try to find you the answer. So up next is the night shots and everything, And in case I forget to thank everybody for going and watching, thank you so much for watching. Every single view, like, comment, as long as it's a good comment, is greatly appreciated. I don't do this as a full-time thing. I just do it for fun, because sometimes if I could go and make a video, save a couple people some money, it's worth it. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, please like and subscribe if you like it, and stay tuned for the night shots.